We are proud to present our new software product called ViPer Project Management Tool as a part of our suite. This preparation tool replaced the old Max Square ViPer assistance, which is currently in the phase-out stage and requires no new license. This means that the current Max Square ViPer assistance license is also valid for the VPM tool. The workflow begins by creating a new project, clicking on the new project icon, which opens a dialog window with the option to choose specific OEM vendor or use the default option. Next option is to enter the name of the PLC project and then to choose PLC project type from a menu list. Finally, select the default robot vendor from the menu list, but this can be changed later if needed. And then click OK button and the initial project setup is done. By default, the actual workflow starts with the project wizard. This is a very convenient way for a user to navigate through the workflow with guided steps. The procedure starts with importing files. It is possible to load a single or multiple import files, or to load them in a batch by choosing option Select Folder. This option enables user to load all import files in a selected folder and its subfolders. The list of loaded import files can be seen on the left tree. A single click on a file opens its contents, allowing user to examine and modify the file's contents. It is possible to use search and replace functionality if needed. The next step in the workflow is to load raw files. This is done by clicking on the Select Files button and then navigate to the actual raw XML file. After importing is done, in the left tree it is possible to see how import files are linked to the raw file. The next step is to load PLC signal list by clicking on the appropriate step in the wizard. Clicking on the Add File icon will enable the user to navigate to the file containing an exported PLC signal list. A preview of the PLC signal list is shown at the bottom part. User has the possibility to define columns, address, symbol name and comment by double-click on the appropriate column in the preview list. Click on the Import List button will load the file with PLC signals into the project. When the PLC signal list is loaded and processed by the application, recognized robot options are additionally displayed, and the user needs to import robot lists for each robot. The robot signal list load process is very similar to the load process of the PLC signals. Changing the robot vendor is relatively easy. Just choose Signals on the left tree and then select the robot name. This action will open an additional tab with the robot details, and under the robot vendor menu list, select the appropriate vendor. Returning to the wizard tab, all changes are automatically saved. Then the file containing robot lists is specified, address, symbol name and comment columns are checked, and if needed, option Add Robot Name as Symbol Graphic is selected. Clicking on Import List finished the loading process. The similar procedure is now repeated for the other two robots. Clicking on the arrow on the right side will open the right tree, where it is possible to generate connections and see how the ViPer project structure would look like. It is possible to see the list of program organization units, variable lists, shared memory devices and unlinked signals. The right side preview panel can be resized if needed. Finally, the whole workflow ends with exporting the project as PLCopen XML file and a list of VISO signals for RF YAMS. This is done by simply clicking on the Export Project button and then select the target folder for exported files.